Sippy.
All right, thank you.
Yo.
What it do, PlayStation Nation? It's your boy Sippy here with my boys. Why don't you introduce
do? It's
yourselves,
Ricky.
homies?
Hello, it's Javelin here.
Very glad to have my boys with me on the mic. The first run to kick off the marathon for y'all, we got Tenchu 2, Rikimaru, any percent. Let's hit it. Oh shit. Start the
Good
timer.
luck.
Jill.
Thank you. Yo, TY. So what do you boys know about
It's a
Tenchu?
ninja game for the
I
PS1.
know that I love it.
Yeah, I love this game. So
It
I played
will be
this
a
game
ninja
whenever I used to live with Sippy for a brief period. He was like, yo, you should try Tenchu 2. And it's pretty great. You can play between Rikimaru, you can play Ayame, and I forget the third character's name.
Tatsumaru, who
Tatsumaru.
is an unlockable character when you beat the game with Ayame and Rikimaru.
That's the one.
So
Yeah.
not available in the beginning.
Yeah, so Rikimaru's... Yeah, so
You get
Rikimaru is
3 whole
like
campaigns to play.
I guess the game's main category. He's kind of the default character, like, you know, when you boot up the game. So it's a pretty standard ninja game. You just kind of roam through the levels. You're kind of, you know, meant to be sneaky and stuff like that, but obviously in the speed run, we're going to be running past a lot of enemies and sometimes getting caught and things like that. But there's going to be some cool boss fights and some cool levels overall. And, you know, the aesthetic of this game is just sick, in my opinion. So
And that was actually the first level.
It's one of the best. Sorry, go on. This game's one of the best presented on the PS1, in my opinion. The story presentation, especially in the game, it's like you're playing a
Sippy.
movie, basically.
Remember
In
to
my
look out
opinion,
for traps.
it's definitely a hidden gem. Oh, you're right.
yeah, so I guess
Almost
I'll just
forgot
go ahead and
things now.
explain a very basic thing with this game that you'll see, and that's the thing in the very bottom left. So obviously there's the health meter, which is the 100, but next to that on the left is a bunch of weird symbols and colors and stuff like that'll show up. So the double exclamation mark in red that you see right now is caught. That is caught.
Oh my god, a trap.
That the pink one with the exclamation mark and the question mark is like question mark, like I am losing detection in a way. And then there's just a normal blue one when you're undetected, and that will increase whenever your proximity gets closer to enemies and stuff like that. So you might wonder what like getting caught and being stealthy and all that stuff has to do with like for this run. Well, there is definitely some there's benefits to being more sneaky, but sometimes it's more beneficial to just save the time and just rush through enemies. But you guys want to explain why being like just you want to explain the ranks basically. By any chance?
Sure. So basically, in this game, you have a point system. You gain points based off of getting stealth kills. You gain a tiny amount of points for just dispatching enemies in any means necessary. You lose a lot of points by killing innocent civilians, and you lose a bit of points for getting caught. This game, it's very hard to get the highest rank, because unlike the rest of the games in the series, you not only have to get to the end of the stage without getting detected, but you also have to kill either every enemy on the stage undetected or 15.
Yeah, the highest rank is called Grandmaster, and when you get that, I believe you get more items, which you see right here on the item screen. So Sippy's going to max out on these daggers because that's basically going to be useful for this upcoming boss for this level. The daggers will hopefully stun him. But this is basically the just the general gist of how the run is supposed to be done. You run from A to B. You can do some somersaults. You know, you want to stay on the ground as much as possible because every time you kind of jump, you'll get a little landing animation, which you will see a jump later on. But you can basically press circle to initiate this kind of little run right there, and you can hit X afterwards. So you don't want to do that too much because otherwise you'll get that landing animation effectively.
Looking down
And
to
there's always
reduce
a guard
lag
up
slightly.
at the top of this little staircase, but he's not a problem typically. So first boss coming up. I believe
We
he can
are-
do a couple
Go
of
on.
different things.
Hmm?
I was just saying, I believe he can do a couple different
Yeah,
things,
he
but
can
hopefully
basically
the
go
dagger
left,
should be able to
right,
stun him
or
at the beginning.
basically come at you right
Yeah.
away. So there's 3 kind of like ways this fight can go. But it's usually easy. But it's usually easy enough to
You gotta
react.
react pretty quick.
And now with 12 kunai knives, it should be plenty enough, even if you miss one.
There we go. Easy, Dunzo.
That was boss number 1. The kunai are most effective on the first boss of the campaign because they do double damage.
Yeah, the grappling hook, exactly.
Grappling hook.
Then you can kind of clip through the ceiling effectively. So if you just picked up a smoke bomb, that is going to be pretty much the most useful item in this game. It's going to be useful for a lot of bosses. We'll go into it whenever that is the case.
Doing some moonsaults over here, which is a kind of a tricky move to do. How you do it is you tap down and then you have to jump and press up on the same, well, not the same frame probably, but like there's a frame buffer there that you have to hit. So it's, if you learn this game, remember it's at the same time up and X. But yeah, now it's time. In this level, there is a civil war going on, and now it is the Lord Goda's brother Motohide that we have to dispatch before he kills our lord.
Same case with the boss as the last one. Can either run left, right, or straight ahead. Thankfully, he ran straight ahead. Didn't have to do too much adjusting. And in the story of the game, you don't kill this guy right now, so in the mission, you only have to take
Yeah,
him
so a
down to
big
half
thing
health.
that with this run, hopefully I'm not mixing this up with Tenchu 1, but you'll see a rank screen, apprentice there. Depending on what rank you get at the end, you will get, that's not something we talked about, I believe, but Sippy was saying something about, I got good luck with the kunai knives. And basically the better rank you get at the end of a level, you will get more items. But kind of how the game chooses to distribute them, the items, is random. So what we're hoping for going forward is not really knives, but actually smoke bombs. So you can see Sippy is just needs the one smoke bomb and heads straight forward, basically. So this is a rather short level.
Shout out to Eurodemo.
Really
I don't
a whole lot
remember
to
the
this
number,
one.
but this was featured on one of those. So it was my first time playing this game.
That's cool.
Yeah, this was the demo
Here we will
level.
be seeing a familiar face. Oh, I mean spoilers, but yeah, this boss is actually the recurring antagonist from Tenchu 1. In that game, he was called Onikage, but now he is not yet a demon who just spawns every time we kill him. Now he's just a regular human warrior or a ninja or whatever, but we will still be dispatching him shortly enough. Though this fight, if it does not go to the death, so it's also one of those 50% health, and we go onwards.
It's tricky.
Oh, actually, it's funny. CP got the smoke bomb, but he's actually going for a different strat here. So he did a moonsault over Suzaku, and by this way, most of the bosses in this game will get confused, and they will take a long ass time to turn around. Actually, so that way you can easily set up yourself for the great slashes or whatever, the crouch slash, which is the most damage you can do with a single slash, and
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
and
very useful.
yeah,
The stun
and
lock,
they
basically.
fall down, then they get up, you slash them again. Works wonders, you will see. But yeah, there we go. And there actually was going to be 2 cutscenes here, but we skipped both of them by pressing. Is it X on this version as well? On the Japanese version, it's you press X and you skip all the cutscenes that should be coming in a row.
Oh, on the
Yeah, all right.
English
I
versions,
thought so.
it's start.
Yeah, and it's
X to skip one
circle
cutscene.
to skip one in Japanese. But yeah, there would have been a.
Oh, I forgot to take kunai, dude. No. Okay, old school strats. Got a bit distracted thinking about something.
Let's hope this goes well. Otherwise, we might just go back to the
Oh, wow.
menu. Oh,
Yeah, it's
clutch.
really easy
Easy.
for Ricky Maru to
Easy.
kind of like let go of these ledges whenever you approach them from an angle. Oh wow, nice. Yeah, this is kind of another vertical level. I mean, it's anything that's vertical is pretty tough in this game. Honestly, just because you need to use the grappling hook.
These stone blocks give me PTSD nowadays because at ESA Summer 23, I scraped my head against a similar looking one. Apparently. I was too drunk to remember, but that's what I've been told.
Yep.
Still got the wounds. You
The
remember
battle scars.
Yeah. You got the smoke bomb at least, which will make this boss
Just T-posing on the
way
left there.
more trivial.
Exactly.
Man's just looking at nothing.
So this will now be the first time we use the smoke bomb, which will help with the stone lock setup significantly because they will be coughing a lot before they can activate again.
Yeah, so essentially after the crouch slash goes through for the whole damage, once they get back up, once the smoke bomb is still active. Ooh, very nice.
Still going for the swag. Saving bombs.
Yeah, I like this. Might not even need it. I love it.
Opting to use as little smoke bombs as I can because of the RNG nature of the items. You keep all the items that you don't use. So if I can avoid using a smoke bomb on a boss, especially in a marathon
especially-
run, then I will.
Yeah, because the
'Cause I
first
definitely
level, you
need them
basically
at the
take
end of the
all the
run.
smoke bombs that you have, and you can easily go through them without actually gaining a lot. So
Would you say by this point you would usually have 2 smoke bombs? Like average luck wise?
Average luck, you get back the one that you use on the stage typically.
Okay.
what usually happens to me, at least by the end of the game, is that I will have like 5 smoke bombs at the end, which usually means that I get the one that I used, and then I get like 1 more per level. That's usually what happens.
Getting very unlucky with the smoke bombs, actually. It's quite fortunate that I have done the low percent strats that I did, because I only got 1 smoke
the one you
bomb
picked
this
up?
whole entire run so far. It's the one I picked up, so...
Yeah.
And I would much rather have the smoke bomb for this upcoming
Zippy's
boss
taking a
than
particular
the previous 2.
path through the boat. This is the loading zone for the end of the levels on this boat. Essentially, I remember casually I walked all the way around this map, which was hilarious. I couldn't find this boat, but basically there's a bunch of like landmines scattered throughout that beach area, so you kind of have to do a little bit of zigzagging. This is the guy with the fists, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's actually the first pretty tough boss. Although
He's very fast.
yeah, he's very fast. Although you can, most bosses are stun lockable, but you know things can get hairy. So Sippy might have to use a smoke bomb, but again, he's gonna just try not to, I guess, if possible. Yeah, true.
I'm just gonna opt to do this. So this is the smoke
And as you
bomb
saw,
strat right
he
here.
also coughed after the first /1, so even if things went awry, it still would work. But yeah, this is a very confined space, so the moonsault strat is very risky because it can easily just fall through. Yeah,
I believe
exactly.
you also like hit your head on the ceiling when you moonsault in this area. So
Thug.
Is apprentice or thug better?
Thuge.
Not sure, really. Don't really pay attention
Good
anymore.
question.
I mean, you don't want to get either of those.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter. But I mean, it would be nice to know which one's better.
Yeah.
But yeah, Grandmaster or or was there a Ninja Master? Or Ninja is at least one.
Yeah. Yeah, there's ninja and like master
Oh, got one.
ninja.
Master Ninja, yeah, it was that way around.
Oh,
Yeah.
two.
Oh, 2 smoke bombs. Okay.
Nice. This is also a level that where you can opt to use smoke bomb or without a smoke bomb. This is a very short level. You basically just go straight up, but you have to do a little bit of side tracking here. But it's a very simple level when you know where to go. Whereas when you play it casually, you just easily can get lost here.
Nice.
That guy just blew himself up. Oh, and the despawn?
Yeah, there should be an enemy on this little bridge part here, but very nice. We can get over here, and then we will jump to the boss. And this boss, Lady Butterfly or whatever the name was, can be iffy. Can be iffy. Definitely a run killer.
Quite lucky that I got 2 smoke bombs off of a thug rank. Usually you get 1 or 0. Let's see if I
Try
can
to not
save
smoke
another
bomb
one
this
for
one, too.
later, though.
Nice.
Looks pretty good.
What she can do there is she can also like do another walk after the first one, and that way what Sippy did would not have worked. So that was a very clean fight.
Yeah, quite risky. Quite fortunate that she didn't run forward, because if she does, she will do it at the exact same time that you're like uppercutting. So she will just dodge it completely, trying to look for you. Coming up is the most difficult stage in the game, or as I like to call it, the only difficult one. Ninja Village Under Attack. It is the only mission in Rikimaru's campaign where, in order to progress, you have to dispatch every enemy. And the fastest way to do that is to kill enemies by stealth. And I don't want to get spotted at all, because when I do, I get that pink meter down in the bottom left, and I have to wait for that to run out before I can do another stealth kill. So let's see if I can.
Yeah, this is
dispatch
definitely a
everyone
tricky
without
level.
getting detected.
So what happened there?
I need you
That
guys to
should have
explain
been
that.
a stealth kill, which is a gruesome animation where Rikimaru basically just glories in his kill, and like it's just one of those video game things where you like come from behind or slash their throat out or something. But that way, approaching from a certain angle there, and also since in the level, I think because there's not enough space for Rikimaru to do it, it gets cancelled, but it still triggers the kill.
Another thing you're seeing Sippy do is he's trying to hit, like right now he's undetected, and if he hits enemies from like a distance, like that, the single slash is just a quicker kill than going through the animation of, you know, watching Rikimaru like slit their throat or whatever. Ooh, wow.
That's a very hard stealth kill.
That's actually sick.
It's
So this patrol
Sippy makes
is...
it look easy.
Nice. This patrol could be facing the other way too. So yeah, if Sippy were to get really close to that enemy, you'd have to go through the animation. So he's basically killing them at a very particular distance. But yeah, now in the bottom left, you can see there's nothing there because there's no enemies nearby. But the moment he gets in proximity, the meter starts going up. And while it's blue, no. Nice. Going pretty good so far. But still a couple enemies left. Yeah, so usually most levels in the game is, like Cypry explained, you have to just kind of go to the end and beat the boss. But this is like the only level in the game where you have to dispatch everybody. It's a very unique kind of progression, I guess. It's a nice mix-up.
And there's the stab attack that CP does to reach further. You do it basically by tapping up a couple of times. Or holding.
PAL is weird because the sword tends to go through the enemies sometimes. So I opt to go for the Frost Slash instead of the regular one.
Oh no! The crow! The crow.
Oh! Should have went for the Frost.
So now you get to see what happens
It's
whenever
okay.
you don't stealth kill. You cannot kill anybody from 4 to 0. So Cypry has to take this fight normally.
Yeah. Shout out to game developers for giving this female ninja less health than the male ones.
What?
It's faster. Yeah, yeah. The Wolverine guys, the ones with the claw. Woo!
Yes, another smoke bomb.
I did
Loot
not
the
even know-
corpse.
I didn't know that
Wolverine
could happen.
dudes, they have like 170 HP. So if you get caught by those, it's run over basically. And they are very, very good at blocking as
Ooh.
well.
Nice.
And now you want to have the smoke bomb pre-selected so that you can just spam triangle on the next boss, which will actually be Tatsumaru, the third main character of the game. Something has happened in the story of this game that you're not seeing here. I would urge you to play it actually yourself to see what's going on. We're not going to spoil too much.
Indeed, indeed. Grab a very legal copy of this game and play it for yourself. Because, like I said, it's an action-packed game and it plays like a movie. The presentation is unmatched.
Yeah, I actually have no
as
idea
far
if
as the
this game is
PS1 goes.
available on PSN or something. But yeah, that's a very easy boss. 2 slashes of Tatsumaru and it's ogre.
I was very lucky to get that smoke bomb from the enemy I had to fight manually. You can get random loot from corpses by crouching next to them.
Master Ninja.
And I was lucky to get that smoke bomb, especially because I messed up my Grandmaster rank. I would have really liked to get Grandmaster because that gives you the best chance for the most smokes. But I made it up anyway by
Master Ninja's not too bad.
getting that loot. I had to wait for the Yeah, no, it's not bad at all. I had to wait for the pink meter to run out anyway, so looting the corpse didn't really waste any time.
Okay.
Wait. You didn't get a...
Oh shoot.
This is not the cave, CP. This is not...
Yeah. No, I keep getting this stage confused with the next one. So I'm gonna have to do low percent
Yeah, but you
spreads
just
for this
go like on the
boss.
other day,
no
you got a
option.
gold split without the bomb, so it can work out. It can work out. But this is
It
like a
can work
very
out.
simple level. Again, like you can get lost here very easily, like most levels in this game. This run, especially on Rikimaru, makes the game look kind of shallow, but it's the furthest from it really. So I would really urge you to play this casually if you've never done it. If you like PS1 jank, this is good jank, not like this is not like Street Boys jank. Let's just say that. But it is definitely PS1 jank. I will say that.
Yeah. Yeah.
It has heart.
A little
game.
bit.
They
Yeah.
like especially compared to
They
Tenchu
tried
1,
their best.
they upped their ante a lot with the story. You can tell Metal Gear Solid was made like after, like at the same time as Tenchu 1, and then they kind of adapted. Oh, you can make games like this, you know?
That's cool.
Yeah, I'm really not sure why Tenchu 1 ends up being the fan favorite. Because Tenchu 2 is a huge
nice.
upgrade in my
There
opinion.
we go.
Backslash.
Get wrecked.
How do you do that again? Just backwards and square?
Yeah, hold back and press square. I
that was
messed up
very
the
nice.
moonsault. I did it too late, which didn't give me enough time for the boss to get confused or whatever.
That's a good screen.
Yeah, he's
But it's okay.
molding right there.
There's so many good ones. There's also the one of the Tengu. Like
Yeah, the Tengu one is great.
Yeah.
And also the gang leader in the second stage, also kind of because it's kind of when you pause,
Crazy.
it spurts blood and then it ends. It's great. But this is also like in the speed
Oh
run.
yeah.
I was when I learned this game, I was worried that this would be an annoying level, but it is thankfully one of the easiest because there's no boss here. You just
This
have
is this the level where you just run through that like little, I don't know what to call it, like it looks like a clothing rack that's close to the ground. Yeah, that thing. I just find that sound I just find it really funny that that's just like
Yeah,
the
the
most
clothing rack.
anti-stealth thing ever. Like he's yeah, he's just
You just
supposed yeah,
bottles on a
this.
string.
they're like
He's supposed
noisemakers, yeah.
yeah, it's supposed to be he's supposed to be the stealthy ninja and he just makes the most noise possible.
I did not. Yeah, no, it's okay. But
You
before
also
this
oh go ahead.
speedrun, I didn't know you can break those walls.
Huh.
I did not know. Thankfully, you can make it through the
Really?
you can make it through the level without breaking
no.
any of them. So that's why I kind of never found it out. But yeah, we're almost done here. So
I was gonna say, don't you also get items from getting Grandmaster as well? Like yeah, no,
like
in
in
Tenchu
Tenchu
too?
One,
Or is it oh
yeah, but I
yeah.
mean like in
Okay.
Tenchu One,
Yeah, you unlock new ones.
yeah, you from Grandmaster you unlock. There are very cool upgrades in this game.
And a lot more upgrades to get than Tenchu 1.
Yeah, not useful in the speedruns though.
Unless you're doing Tatsumaru.
That's true. The thing is that doing Grandmaster in this game is very slow. That's why they're not useful.
Thing with Tatsumaru is half of his stages are like the Ninja Village Under Attack one where you have to kill everyone. So you end up getting
And then one of them
Grandmaster anyway.
also is the worst kind of level where you cannot get caught. And it's one of the earliest. It's like the fourth level,
Yeah.
so it's
So we're actually already at the end of the game pretty much. The sea battle's the last level, correct? Yes?
yes, it is. It's just
Yeah.
a very long one.
Yeah, it's quite
Yeah,
long.
that's
Which is
right.
why you see Sippy pick out 4 smoke bombs. He's not going to be fighting one singular boss. There's going to be a couple here. First, it's going to infiltrate this fortress, right?
No, first you go on the boat and then you fight Susaku again and actually kill him this time. The weird thing about this boat right here, the small boat, there's a very weird hitbox on it. At least on the Japanese version, I haven't played the. This is actually we didn't mention. This is the, or we did, but we didn't really go into more detail. But this is the PAL version of the game, and why it is good for the speedrun is because they did the kind of the same thing as with Crash one, not one, two.
Crash 2, yeah.
Yeah, where the movement speed is adjusted. And the game in general has been adjusted to 50 hertz, so it doesn't really run that much slower than the 60 hertz one.
But they overdid it, is what you're saying.
Yeah, basically that.
Y'all want to explain this glitch?
Oh yeah,
real
that's
quick?
true.
We
Yeah,
didn't
what
get to see it
CPD
on DVD.
What?
What a snipe!
Oh
Oh
my
my
God.
god, that
What CP
snipe!
did there? CP pre-aims with the kunai knife, and then you go into the water with the grappling hook selected, and that. Oh no, it didn't work. Oh, it did actually. Yeah,
Let's go.
it worked. I thought it wasn't gonna work. Hit the
Yeah.
cutscene trigger there, but yeah, that way you go into the water, grappling hook, and then where you aimed the kunai knife, the game remembers and activates the grappling hook, even if you're not supposed to be able to do that. But now it's time to finish off Susaku so that he can actually become Onikage from Tenchu 1. That is actually kind of a spoiler, I'm sorry, because it's actually it's like the secret ending of this game is the fact that this guy becomes Onikage. You can blame me. But yeah, this looks very good, even ending up on top of the thing there doesn't really matter because your crouching slash reaches so high up. Very good,
Huge,
boss.
yeah.
Yeah.
This is
good
actually
control.
really good.
Good
Very
job.
nice.
Now there's 2 bosses left or 2 fights
Easy.
left. 1 boss. We haven't actually seen her before yet, but now it's time to face off against the leader of the Ninja Rebellion, Lady Kagame.
Another molding pose.
If you have, Yeah, if you have played this game or seen the intro movie of this game, you know who she is. She is definitely a cool female ninja. And these loading screens on emulator take up their time.
Yeah, big childhood crush material. We're gonna see FMV of her at the end of the game.
Yeah, this is the last actual level of the game. It's very short. You just run across this whatever field here, and then we just jump to the boss arena, and we're off. Yeah, you can.
not
This is
actually
also
this
one
short
of those
casually, though,
stages
right?
where I started learning the speedrun, and I was like kind of worried how bad this will be. And then it was like
20 seconds.
20 second level.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually it took me a long time to actually find where she is here.
Gonna try to go for a particular sequence of attacks here, so that I do just enough damage so I can skip doing one of the uppercuts.
Yeah, because the crouch slash is definitely not the fastest attack you can do. So if you can finish a boss off with the regular slash, it's definitely best to do that because the animation is faster.
Very nice. Smoke bombs to spare too.
In that fight, Lady Kagame was gonna be
Easy
using,
money.
I don't even remember what it is. It's like a fan or something. Just not like just playing with you, and now she's playing for blood. Now she actually unsheaths her weapon.
Yeah, at first she was only using 5% of her true power.
Yeah, this isn't even my final form.
But the smoke bomb is still.
But this is
Yeah, still very strong against pretty much
still
everybody.
OP. Yeah, it's time coming up when Lady Kagame's health reaches 0. That's game
So on this
over.
slash,
Not
get ready
completely
on
accurate.
time.
'Cause
Time.
started like a little late, but
Yeah.
Good job, Sippy.
good stuff.
There's our villainess. I'm simping.
Good job, Stevie.
Thank you.
I think it was
Thank
a
you, thank you.
31.
Was that a 31?
Yeah.
What was the time?
I think I started.
It says 31:42 on the stream, but
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. I'm really happy with that. That's like one of the best times I got since derusting, so I'm very chuffed about that.
Great job.
Sick.
Heck yeah.
Very good.
Shoutouts to the mother frickin' PlayStation Nation. Shoutouts to Useless Brit for throwing this gosh darn marathon. Shoutouts to the Tenchu community, whom have given me a home when I was first coming back to speedrunning. As Ricky said at the beginning of the run, he kind of convinced me to come back to speedrunning after I was gone for a long time, and I wanted to come back with a game that I wasn't really feeling at the time. Ricky convinced me that it was okay to do my own thing, and I pursued Tenchu 2. And I had a blast.
worries.
So
No worries,
thanks,
man. I mean,
Rick.
this game's awesome.
Much
So I'm glad you stuck
appreciated.
with it. You know.
Hell yeah. We got a community now. We didn't have a community for the Tenchu series. Not much of one when I started. So I'm glad that it flourished. But yeah, there it is. Thank you so much for the opportunity. Thank you for watching. Have a blast. Keep on watching PlayStation Nation Marathon, and that's it for me pretty much. Any last
Particularly
words,
on my
gentlemen?
side, just hope everyone enjoys the rest of the marathon. There's a lot of cool runs coming up. Check the schedule.
Stay beautiful.